going to eat. Weigh yourself every day in the morning and decide what you are going to eat. Simultaneously find out how many calories are there in a particular diet that you would like to eat. Balance the diet and eat it. The last. Using autotherapy, repeat that you have maintained the ideal weight by developing new eating habits. It is very important for you to tell yourself mentally that you have maintained ideal weight by developing new eating habits. Even if you haven't developed, automatically you'll develop. Yes? Are we through? Have you finished writing? So, the right mental attitude, post-hypnotic suggestion to yourself, reasons why you should reduce, motivation, analysis, again reasons for overeating is analysis again. It is very important that you make a list of foods that you can and cannot eat. Read them again and again. Decide what you're going to eat in advance. Weigh yourself every day. And as such, overeating is also an acquired habit in a way. All habits can be broken or controlled with the power of your subconscious mind. One second. We'll go on to the next topic. How many of you drink here? Alcohol? None? Next. No, I'm not asking excessive drinking. I'm only asking how many of you drink here? Occasionally, it's very healthy. Let's go on to the next. Why do people drink excessively? Oral erotism. Now, who will explain this to me, please? Very simple. You feel like taking something. Yes. What else? Do you agree all alcoholics, people who overdrink, drink excessively and smoke excessively, are oversensitive? Do you agree with that? Yes? And they suffer from an inferiority complex? Sorry? Excessive drinking, excessive smoking is because they are suffering from an inferior. They want to be noticed in society. As toddlers, children used to put everything in their mouths. But if they are not in their childhood allowed to put everything in their mouth, later on thumb sucking is not allowed. Then as they grow up, when they develop an inferiority complex, they want some mouth pleasure. So they resort to drinking. This is not my analysis. It's the analysis of a psychologist. I'll read it out to you. All toddlers put everything in their mouths. Alcoholics, when frustrated, wish to return to this nursing period. So they drink excessively. Earlier it was thumb sucking, then the craving for sweets and pastries, then excessive drinking and smoking. Okay? What is the other reason why they drink? Okay. Escapism. What is escapism? to a happy one. Sorry? Escape from reality. Yes, you're right. The underlying motive is the same. They want to anesthetize their pain. So they move from an unpleasant situation to a pleasant one. There's fear of death, separation, especially for the soldiers, people at the borders. They do not know when death will strike them. They are away from their families for long periods of time, and they resort to excessive drinking and excessive smoking. Why I'm saying both together? Because the causes are very similar. Those who drink excessively have never developed the fortitude or the guts to face the situation. So they resort to excessive drinking. Am I clear? Let's summarize. You want to do that? What is release of inhibitions? Yes? There are times when you cannot talk what you want to in your normal state. So some people resort to excessive drinking, and in the drunken state they talk. What is a simple example? Can anyone give me an example? Sorry? You want to abuse. Okay, that is the negative thinking. Okay. What is the positive part?
Express your feelings.
Very good. When you want to, you can say a teenage boy wants to propose to a girl, and he's so shy that he cannot propose to her. He resorts to drinking because drinking loosens his tongue. He does not realize what he's talking. That is an inhibition. What is dipsomania? Next. What is dipsomania? Dipsomania is a craving for alcohol. Now, I will give you another story on that. There was an architect who used to drink 2 pegs every day. Slowly it increased to a pint every day. He used to be so engrossed in his alcohol that he did not complete his commitments to his clients. He suffered a loss in business. Later on, he went to a doctor. He tried several therapies. One of his friends took him to a hypnotherapist. He taught him to practice self-hypnosis. He went into a relaxed state, gave suggestions today I will drink 1/3 less of what I used to drink, what I had drunk yesterday. You don't immediately do it. Slowly he tried reducing it. The 3rd time that he did his self-hypnosis, he did not get an urge to drink because he was relaxed. He gave suggestions. He analyzed the disadvantages of excessive drinking. Because he was drunk, he could not complete his commitments to his clients. With the result, he was suffering a loss in business. Because he was suffering a loss in business, he had nothing to eat. So if he has nothing to eat, where will he drink from? Okay? Dipsomania is a craving for alcohol. Summarize. Yes, first. Alcoholism is a symptomatic manifestation of underlying neurosis. Please explain. Ladies and gentlemen, I have already told you what it is. It is a symptomatic manifestation of underlying neurosis. In 2 words, personal maladjustment. Correct? You agree with me? Next, what is the real cause? The real cause is generally subconscious. Next. The secondary or contributing cause